Hey guys, Paul here with Team Fat Boys, and I got a few things I'm going to do today to show you different ways to make fires. Now, it's overcast clouds, but the number one thing I think everybody ought to have in their pack is a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass could be used to focus the energy into a point which would end up causing the fire and light your fire that way. This one here just so happens to be a compass slash magnifying glass. I'm a firm believer in the regular compasses because batteries get worn in GPS systems. You get in really heavy, dense brush and stuff, trees and whatnot, and the GPS system is going to fail you. If the global positioning satellites were ever destroyed, this would be how you would have to get around, and you really need to learn how to use a compass. But today we're here to discuss fire. So there's a magnifying glass. I've got some other items here that I think everybody should have in their kit. Now, there's a couple things that I'm missing, and that's because I've used them and I've put them up, or somebody figured they needed it more than I did and drew a set of legs and walked out on me. But one thing I'm going to talk to you about before I get to what I've got here in my containers, the skinny butane bottles, what you call a 1 pound cylinder. Try to carry at least 2 of those in your backpack. They're not very heavy. They might be a little bit bulky, but they're really not if you get the long, tall ones. And carry a torch tip, and all it takes is a spark to get going there, get your fire going, and it's a done deal. Wait, what I got in this fire kit, get my box opened up. This is a watertight box. This one here, I can't remember who made this one. I think it's Plano, but it's a waterproof box, so it's really sealed good. What I have in this box is my waterproof matches. Coleman, you can get those at Walmart. These are called WetFire. They're Wet Tinder. You can get 5 of those in a box. They run, I think it was like $3. Stormproof matches. Now, I'm a big believer in these. These buggers here, man, you could douse them in water and the damn things that keep burning. So you can get those for about $2 or $3 at Walmart. Your trusty Bic lighters. You might try putting some full ones in there, but put some empty ones as well, because the spark you can still use to make fire if you needed to. I carry a large knife, and that's to get my wood shavings. I've got a lighter that has a wick system. I'll show you that here in a minute. This is a broke pair of bifocals that I had, and so I went ahead and put them in the kit because they're just as good as a magnifying glass. I got a juicy fruit wrapper. On the back side's aluminum, and I'll show you a neat little trick with that later on. I got a 9-volt battery. Now, I misplaced my steel wool, but I will show you a video, and I will make a video, or I will put it down here in the comments area where you could watch where they're using a 9-volt battery for fire. This is something that I keep around all the time. This end here goes on a 25-pound container of propane, and then it goes down to a 1-pound cylinder. And what you do is, if, let's say, shit hit the fan, martial law, or whatever, and you found one of these out there, and you had your 1-pound canisters, but they were empty, and you so happened to run onto, let's say, a camper out in the woods that so happened to have a 25-pound canister, you can put this on it, turn that canister upside down, screw the 1-pound canister in there, and you could fill that 1-pound canister with propane. Very important to get a hold of that. Now, this one here is a 1.5 volt AA battery, and I'll show you something with that here in a minute. And I've got, let's see here. This is the easiest way to get fire right here. These are road flares. Now, I've got them vacuum packed so they'll never get wet until I decide to break open the package. And then for demonstration purposes, I have tinder and I have sawdust. The sawdust I get from when I cut wood. Out here, there's a lot of chainsaw shavings in a spot, and I'll get a big batch of that together and put those in bags, and then vacuum pack those. So I've got packages of that. They're dry, and they'll always stay dry as long as they're in a vacuum pack. Vacuum packers are important to have if you want to keep something dry. So with that being said, let's get to a few different modes of making fire. This is a product called WetFire. It's a fire starting tinder. I found this at Walmart, and I found this product at Walmart for a couple bucks, and this is the first time I'm trying this, so this let you know what I think of it. So anyway, it's kind of like it's kind of the consistency of underarm deodorant. Put that there, and then I'm going to use some waterproof matches to get this puppy started. Make sure I'm recording. Things looking up here, so let's get this thing started. There we go. You know what? I think that works fairly well. So I'm I'm going to give that an A+. WetFire from Walmart. Good stuff. Let's get on to the next one. So, man, that started a good fire. Excellent, excellent. Waterproof matches and WetFire. But it doesn't matter if you use the waterproof matches, and it doesn't matter if you use the stormproof matches. Either way, this Fire Tinder is going to start up very good. I'm impressed. I like it. It's windy out here, and it caught right off the bat. It's like I said, it's the consistency of underarm deodorant, and it smells a little bit like lighter fluid in a way. But excellent, bravo. I'm gonna go buy some more of them. They were cheap too. It was 5 of them for less than $3. So anyway, let's go to the next method. Okay, and we'll grab me a little bit of sawdust. Grab me a little bit of dry tinder. Get me another fire starting tinder packet. Man, I can't believe how well them things worked. And I'm going to cut that thing in half. I'm not going to use the whole one, because I want to check and see if a smaller amount will work just as good as a whole one. So you, in a survival situation, you'd be able to save a little bit. But then you got to figure out how to keep it damp. You got to figure out how to store it to keep it damp. So I got this dry tinder going on it. Now this next system I've never done before. But my friend said it works, so not that it's in anything military, but I'm going to find out if it works or not. I'll guarantee you that. There you go. 9-volt battery and a bubblegum wrapper. chewing gum wrapper, but it's got to be aluminum based, you know, aluminum, or got to be like aluminum backing, I guess is what you'd call it. It's got that aluminum stuff on it. Didn't take much to get it going with that wet tinder stuff. That's really what made it work real well. So I would say that, hey, you need to get some of this stuff if you haven't already got it. It's good. It's good. I've used 2 of 5 so far in demonstration. So, any of those methods so far? Now, this next one, I don't know. I hate using it because it was $7 for 3 of them. But the one thing you can count on is good old-fashioned road flares. You can get these things from O'Reilly's, a lot of the auto parts store. I don't think you'll find them in Walmart. And if you do, it's in a flare gun, and you really don't need a flare gun unless you just want to have fun with it. But three road flares. You pull a road flare out, you get all your tinder and stuff set up, and you set it ablazing. And man, you could get, once you get these things going, you could pee on them all day long and they won't go out. So unless I really get a request that I show how that works, I'm not going to. If somebody wants to give, a couple guys give me a request or something like that, I'll go ahead and start a fire using road flare. It'd be wasting money for doing that. So let's try one more thing here. And I know, like I said, I know it works. But I'm not sure how much. This is an EverStart Match. It takes liquid lighter fluid. And I think this one here is about empty. But it lit. But that's the whole system right there. Right there's the striker, and there's the holder. And you just screw it in the top. I like it because it's compact. Really compact. I wish I'm going to have to do a video when the sunlight's out here in the summer and spring. This here's February, man. It's crazy weather. Like February 17th, and February 18th, something like that. So we're having phenomenal weather. It's supposed to get up to 71 today. But hey, look, check this out, man. Thing's just going to town. And that was using the EverStart Match. And you see that on Survival something. You get them free, but you got to pay for the shipping. And it's worth doing. I mean, it only cost me like $4. And I could put lighter fluid in this thing, and it'd last me 6 months. So what you do is you just vacuum pack some lighter fluid in a container, vacuum pack it, and that way you know it won't leak in your kit, and that way when it does dry out, you go to town. So anyway, look at that, guys. That's fire. That's a fire. I think it's really the only thing I had other than my broken pair of bifocals. I would really like to try those out, and I will try them out. But the champion of the day, man, the champion of the day is the WetFire system that you get from Walmart. I mean, I would have started fire, but it might have took me more than one match. The fire starting tinder from WetFire, trademark WetFire. I'm gonna look them up on the internet and put a link down here, and you check that out. Scrape tinder, shavings, and to pile and light flammable. Keep away from children. Oh hell, I'm not supposed to be handling that stuff. Anyway, guys, everything didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to. I guess because building fire is a hit and miss. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Meaning I don't want to come out here with just a bunch of damn waterproof matches, or I don't want to come out here with just stormproof matches. The WetFire fire starting tinder, you can, it's in sealed bags. You could put them in your pocket and carry them with you. And the foil didn't work out exactly as I wanted to, but close enough to say that it works. But don't put all your eggs in one basket when you're taking out fire methods. Go get you some of these, guys. I mean, you've seen it for yourself. Anyway, until next time, take care, and remember, if you ain't fishing, you ain't living.